Great morning, everyone, and welcome to the Monday 101 Chart Prime live class. So, guys, Saturday was a very unique day. We have a ton of alarms ringing, once again adding up to our win rate. We should be taking a look at what we got going on there, and not before shouting you guys here. We are 34, so pretty big class, not for me just uploading those announcements. So, guys, let me welcome you at Trad COVID. What is up, Legion? What is up, MSG? What's up, brother? And welcome back. Air for Chain. What's up, brother? And welcome back. Royally. What is up, Yuli? What's up, Janus? What's up, Aaron? Welcome back, brother. Nice to have you here. OLED dude, what's up? Jim Posio, what is up? Or Jim Posai, what is up? And welcome back. Major Pain, as always, great pleasure. And Jay, what's up? And welcome back. Dennis, what is up? Spicy Kim, as always, a pleasure. Tesla Pilot, what's up? Dump Me, what is in Dub Style? What's up, Little Fish? As always, a great pleasure to have you back here. CTS, what is up, brother? And welcome back. LC20, what is up, brother? And welcome back. Philly AJWS, what's up, guys? Welcome, GU, what is up? 83JP, as always, great pleasure to see you, brother. And great to have you here. Kimco, what is up? Uncle JJ, what is up? And welcome. McKinney, what's up? And welcome back. Daggett, DT, what is up, brother? And welcome back. Such a pleasure to have you around. Ruben, let me know how is it spelled. Also, do you speak Spanish? That seems to me like a Spanish name. Let me know so I can shout you out there also. At the Great 12, what is up, brother? Digital, what is up, my man? Long time no see. And as always, Crypto Trades in the house. What is up? Let me send you an invitation there. And RC2, thank you so much for your hard work on the server, taking us or keeping us safe all around the server. Thank you so much there. So let me send you Crypto Trades a invitation here. Give me just 1 second. Let me see. Here we go. All right, not banned, right? What is up, Crypto Trades? Great to have you around.
Thank you. What's up, everyone? I know this thing already, but I'm really happy to be here. I know a lot of things will be going on over the weekend, so let's see what we got going on today.
Absolutely. Such a pleasure to have you there. So yeah, let's do it. All right, let's move on then into the charts in here. So let's jump right here. Where is it? There we go. So let's get started by taking a look at what we got going on here. Seems like we have our NDR. So let's see our alerts before we start just calling out some specialty coins or anything like that. But we did have our NDR ringing on the 16th right here. So let's catch up on what's happening on our NDR. So beautiful movement we had going on there. It was a very quick movement there. Remember that I was waiting for that zone for me to take in some profit. Remember, 50% out, basically right there at the top of the channel. I was waiting for a possible reversal up. Nonetheless, as you can see, we did went up and then going back down since we broke below and revisit the dynamic reactor with the flip of the ribbon. So guys, since I did not call this movement on the live class, I'm not going to be adding this one to my win rate, but I am definitely adding that one. So stop me out with already 50% in gains. So took 50% out and then stop me out without losing a single penny. So nice trade there. I should have known and I should have entered for that short. Nonetheless, it just happened that quickly that I just hadn't had the time. So, I mean, sorry for me. I did not take that trade. That's fine because I'm looking for the next one. Just so you know, I was looking at this possible reversal and I did entry, but I'm not going to be counting it because we did not talk about it on the show. All right, so let's see what else could I be expecting if you guys also enter on this trade here. So at this point, we are at our first resistance. So we should be going for that, moving stop loss to entry and taking 50% out. Not financial advice. That is only what my strategy tells me to do. So that's what I'll be doing. And then expecting to maybe go at the center or even at the top. I still have a ton of space to keep moving upwards in here. So the first thing that I'm going to be looking at is going to be these clouds, all right? So where they both met, like this, I'm going to be expecting maybe a possible, a possible reversal. But I want to also see my price action to be on some big resistance before I can start calling for that reversal, all right? So for me, that is what I'm going to be looking at. The first thing is going to be here and seeing where the price action is heading to, and then going to that zero line projection. Hey, Rigi Classics, in the house, the hammer, what's up, brother? How's it been? Any trades so far? CTS, Rhythm, what's up, brother? Let me know. Oh, by the way, guys, if you did not cut out today's Piper Academy video, the OP show, you should be looking at it because today we had a comeback from Mr. Piper. He was in the house, basically showing out his trades there. Also, he had something going on what is it? This coin. I completely forgot about the name of it. Let me see. Here we go. We got it. Nice. Thank you for that, CTS. You should for Bunk. Yeah, Bunk. I mean, remember that we also have been looking at Bunk. Well, then something happened there. Also, guys, if you don't know, Solana phones, Web3 phones have been selling out like crazy. So good luck if you wanted to get into that. I mean, I never wanted to. I didn't kind of feel like it. But yeah, let me know if you would have entered or bought any of those phones. Or if you got one, let me know right here on the side chat. All right, let's move into the next one. Any questions or on RNDR so far, guys? Perfect. No questions there. All right. Let me respond to our task COVID. Perfect. All right. Just responding to him. Oh, good. Perfect. All right. Let's move into the next one. By the way, guys, if you want to look at any coin, let me know right here on my left or right. I don't know. This is my left. So I guess my left. So let me know right here on my left if you want me to take a look at any coin here. Pete. Yeah. All right. Who is that, an expression or is that a coin? Let me know. Solana coin, perfect. All right. Koi, also AVAX. All right. Oh, coin, perfect. Let's take a look at those ones and then we go on to kind of like a basic setup just to do a quick analysis. All right. So let me do, what is it? Let's get started with Pyth. So, or Pyth. I don't know, how's it pronunciated? Like Python?
Yeah, Python. Yeah.
Python, yeah. Thanks, brother. Thanks.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a chain link. You know how they always call it like the chick and then kill and everything. So it's embedded to it.
Nice. Perfect. So let's take a look at Python. And I'm going to be clicking here. And let's take a look at our previous analysis. All right. So for that, let me turn off every single indicator so we have a clean view of what all that spaghetti is all about. All right. So it seems like we were doing it on a smaller scale. Maybe probably because of the kind of like volume that we have, that it's not much. It's just basically a new coin. We don't have too much history. We usually, I believe it was on the 15 or 30 minutes. All right, so let me see if we have a much better understanding here. So it seems like it's been a little too long. Seems like we did have that bouncing here from these sides going back up and then just went to the previous section that we were expecting. Well, I was expecting a little bit before, but we did hit it. So I think let's just clean this up and do a much recent analysis right now because we've been changing a ton this section. So let me try to do it on 30 minutes. Let me see if we have enough historical data. Yes, I believe I always go with the 15 because we don't have enough even in 30. All right, let's stick around with the 30. Hey, D-Magician, what is up, brother? On point. Nice. So, yep, I see your prediction on Bitcoin, right? You're talking about that D-Magician, isn't it? Yay, what's up, D-Magician? Yeah, the airdrops, careful though. Oh, you're talking about, Rigi Classics. Let me point out one out. Are you talking about, let me just go over here. Careful though, pretty sure it's been a drop to lots of folks on Listing Soul Network. Oh, I see. Yep. Let's see what we got. Hey, I called it right range. Nice. Yeah, I did see it. In fact, you call out also on Soul, right? So look at my prediction. I was watching. Very nice, brother. Very awesome. That's your thoughts on CME gaps above and below BTC. I believe that we're going to be ranging in both hitting those two sections there on BTC though. Nice, love it. And yeah, it was Pete. I was on about it dropped. Nice. Yep. So let's see. We have, first of all, we bullish or are we bearish? We can ask ourselves 3 basic questions for the new members. So anytime, brother. So we're gonna be asking ourselves 3 simple questions. All right. Question number 1: are we above or below dynamic reactor? All right. So let me know right here, are we above or below? Remember, guys, that the more you participate, the more points you're gonna be earning, and you can be exchanging those points for free TradingView coins. So just do \rank like that. And let me see if I can send it. And I don't have access to ranks, of course, but do \rank and you'll have your position and also your points. All right. So let's take a look at we are below. Exactly, we are below. So that is one bearish point. All right. So we're adding that to the bearishness of the asset. Then what is the next one? We could be asking ourselves, after we have properly configured our trend mode, which remember, I do configure it, don't leave it as it is. So right now it's at 60. Let's do 45 in this section because, 45, here we go, because I'm on 15. And so I believe that I like it a little bit better there. Let's wait for that little eye to stop moving around. Seems too noisy, but still pretty good because this is a ranging zone. And despite it looks noisy, it's kind of like a pretty accurate as we break above and below. Well, this one could have been a little bit better, right? But yeah, all right. We were going after that ranging zone and finally breaking down. Now we're going on a red signal. So that is another bearish point, all right? So one bearish because we are below dynamic reactor. Second bearish because we are red on a signal. And then finally, are we technically above or below that zero line? It seems like we are flicking there, all right, or flipping. So technically we are below, all right, but we need to be a little bit cautious there. And I want to see what else, little fish, you got for me. Also, reading D-Mation, there is no guarantee that CME gaps tend to get close. Only the nearest CME gap tend to get closed. Only the near, yep, I do believe so. But despite we do have one above and one below, so I believe that we could be oscillating for a little bit. So it could be below, but yes, flipping. Low prime score, exactly. So we are flipping. So technically we are bearish, all right? But we're flipping. So we need to take that with caution, all right? And finally, our prime score right there. So it is pretty bullish, pretty bearish. So that is adding to the bearishness. So we have 3 points bearish and 1 point neutral because we are below the zero line, yes, which is bearish, but we're flipping up, which is bullish. So it's canceling each other there. So we have 1 neutral point and 3 bearish, all right? So remember that our prime score goes from 1 to 10, all right? So 1, 2, 3, and 4, or 1, 2, and 3, all right? Being bearish, 4, 5, and 6 being bullish, 7, 8, 9, and 10, of course, being bullish, all right? So 2, let's go for 5 to get started with because that is the main or the center or the neutral point of that prime score, all right? So we have 3, we are below dynamic reactor, right? Let's go for the easy way. We are below dynamic reactor, which is 1 bearish point, all right? So from 5, we move to 4, all right? All right, being at 4, now we are what? Red on signal, perfect. We move down to 3, all right? On the oscillator, we are neutral, all right? So we stay on the same 3. And finally, our prime score, usually that gives us the exact number here. So since we technically are bearish, I believe that's what our prime score is counting, and that's why we are on number 2 right now, all right? But as we know, being bearish doesn't mean that we cannot be flipping out. That's why I call this as a neutral signal, all right? So despite we do have a very nice bearish prime score, we need to be a little bit careful there. Guys, also something else, it's kind of like playing out in here. It is one of my favorite patterns for identifying ranges. If you know what I'm talking exactly, Guys, you are killing it. Major pain. Brother, I salute you. Nice. Very nice. Yes, you got it. Wyckoff. It's a pretty ugly Wyckoff pattern. But again, just like happened with, what was it? Unif, right? Unifi, sorry. Yeah, actually, it ended up kind of like playing out on that pattern. And we called out no pain, no gain. Kind of like, yes, absolutely. I would say it's kind of like a more like no psychological twisting, no gain, right? Been watching a nice course of Wyckoff, nice little fish. By the way, if you find a comprehensive, easy to understand, and short, or if you like that course of Wyckoff, be sure to share it here so we can all kind of like learn from it. That will be greatly appreciated. Then, all right, let's figure out this one out. So we have a going down movement here, all right? Nice. Thanks for that. Thanks for that, Major Pain. Love it. So let's visit it. Oh, it's on YouTube. Let's see, it's muted right now. Look,
Trader.
nice.
Trade with the large traders, rather.
Let me go. All right. Oh, I like what I'm seeing. Perfect. All right. Yep. You know what? This one looks very nice. Yep, I like it. So I cannot recommend it, but guys, just go watch it. You have nothing to lose there, right? So let me turn off this one and start looking at what am I in Unif? Oh, I see why. All right. Going down. All right. Little ranging zone. But what I don't like about this ranging zone, it is this wick that we have there, all right? I mean, I would say let's ignore it, but still there right in the face, right? Like this wasn't range. I mean, okay, maybe liquidity grab, but that's why we have the white pattern. That's why we have the V-shaped recovery, right? So let's just roll with it. So, all right, let's just ignore it and roll with it. Like, all right, it didn't happen. All right, so we have a little wedge in there. I remember that things in the market, they are not always perfect, right? Remember that at the end of it all, we're charting people buying and selling, and people, it's imperfect, right? Or are imperfect. Also, we tend to be very emotional, so we can also be expecting some not so pretty patterns to play out, all right? So going for that little range, beautiful V-shaped recovery. Let me see that. Yeah, let's roll. Nice. All right, so beautiful V-shaped recovery. This is one of the shapes that I really like. When I see this kind of like a V-shaped recovery, I'm going like, this is on spot, right? But again, I mean, this ugly thing right there. All right, so good. So far so good. In the previous high, almost look at that, technically below the previous ranging zone. So we are there for the win, all right? Just like it happened with Bitcoin a long time ago, we could be facing, and most probably we will be facing, that double top before we go down. We are still not confirming a Wyckoff pattern for ranging. So what are the difference? I have a picking here and I have another picking here, all right? We're going to be doing exactly the same analysis that we did on UNFI, all right, or UNFI. All right, which is looking at this trend line in here, all right, and also looking at this top in here. All right, those are going to be our possible entry zones, and expecting that this is a Wyckoff pattern, we could also be expecting some volatility down on the oscillator, all right? So we need to maybe start moving a little bit quicker than the oscillator, or wait for a little bit delayed entry on the oscillator. Why? Because Wyckoff, it's a range, and the oscillator will be catching up to this range, right? So yes, I'm looking at the flip of the ribbon, but I will be considering if I will not be entering at the top or at the bottom, right? So far, I feel, because I don't have the analysis, all right, I feel like I will be entering, but I will confirm it after the price is there, all right? So first of all, I'm going to be setting up my alert in here, all right? And as we have, well, that's close enough, all right? As we have learned, sometimes those alerts do not get hit. So I need to, let's compensate for that. So let me pull this one down here, all right? What I'm looking for at this section, it's going to be the next movement to the downside or the flip of the ribbon to the bottom side, all right? Now, after, oh, look at that, we're going for that alarm already. All right, so once I get here, I'm going to be analyzing if I'm going to be entering for a short or not. All right, how? Well, then also let's add some support resistances. Do I have a resistance there? Well, then it just happened that we do have a resistance there. All right, so that is adding to confluence. All right, so let me turn that one off and then go for something else like prime. Now let's go for this other market oracle. What it happens for me to have in there also? What is adding to that confluence? So let me remove those drawings. So guys, for the veterans, how do I call this little red line here? Little fish, where are you, brother? Prime range, exactly. Yes. So the prime range, guys, for the new members, it's inside the Market Oracle Pro, and it's all the way down here below the dynamic reactor, right next to the candle structure and also the momentum wave band. As you can see, I have prime ranges and prime trend assistance, all right? So this is, come on. Well, let me hit it. This one is a prime trend assistant. And this one,
That was trend assistant. Yeah, that was trend assistant.
yes, thanks. And this one is a prime ranges here, all right? Just so we don't get confused in there. So the prime trend assistance is basically keeping tab on the trend, right? And also is acting as a very nice support and also help us out to understand where we could be entering after one of those signals. Remember, like for example here, very important guys, do we enter on that sell signal or where do we enter, guys? And thanks for that, Crypto Trades. The retest, yes, at the retest. And look at where that retest happened. Right at that dynamic reactor, but also with that trend assistance, all right? So we can see that trend assistance giving us exactly that, assistance throughout the trend and also giving us early notice when we are about to be changing trend, all right? So right now, look at that. I'm already having that pullback in here. I need to be careful. I'm still going to be waiting, and then if I break the trend line, then I'll be jumping in for that one. So I'm also going to be adding an alert on this trend line that I have here. I'm going to be right-clicking and add alert on trend line, all right? So I'm going to be using this one as Pyth, P-Y-T-H. What is it? Not Wyckoff pattern. It's not Wyckoff pattern, all right? So that's going to be for me, and I'm going to be creating it. Why? Because if I bounce from it, I'll know that I might not be on that Wyckoff pattern. If I break it, I know as long as also as I bounce somewhere around here, most likely where this candle bat is. So let me just, here we go, somewhere around there. As long as I bounce somewhere around there, I know that I'll be between that Wyckoff methodology still, all right? So do you guys now see why so far I'm willing to consider entering a short right up here? In Crypto Trades, any takes in here, would you like to add to the confluence, or maybe would you like to suggest something, or you're just seeing something maybe that I could be skipping?
The only thing I will add is like as many times as we go after trend assisted, even if we don't break or even at the retest, but the many more times that we go at it, the more are going to be the odds of you maybe going long. But trend assist is powerful. It's like a magnet. It's going to draw in price, but if you don't see the candle closing above it, then that kind of gives you the assurance that the trend is still strong. And the one thing that I will say is don't fight the trend, right? Be careful about your entries and how you're doing that as well. But I think right now you're solid, bro.
Thank you, bro. All right, guys. So far, let's do a quick recap on Pyth because it's going to be moving fast. Remember, this is at 15 minutes. Why? Because we don't have enough historical data to start going into the 4 hours. Still, all of the same strategies apply. All of the same concepts apply. All right. So remember, it doesn't matter what time frame you are as long as you keep following the same strategies and following the same concepts. All right. So quick recap. I'm going to be looking for that flip of the pivot. As you can see, I'm looking for maybe a movement lower in here. And I think I did not call this one up, but I will right now, which is maybe adding or generating a bearish divergence as we approach to the top in here. All right. So once I approach to the top, I also want to see that maybe bearish divergence. Maybe that's going to be higher like that. All right. And then also if I see it rolling down, I'll be looking for the breakout on this trend line And once I see that breakout, I'll be looking for other supports and resistance down here and a flip of the ribbon on my oscillator to the upside, basically confirming my entry for that upside. All right. Any questions on Pyth, guys? Perfect. Are we good to go for the next asset? Let me guys know. All right, then let's see Pyth. And we're talking about, let's see, we got it here. Pyth, Woo. Let's take a look at Woo. Perfect. Woo. Here we got it. Oh, we've been looking at this before. Let's see. It looks like we're ranging. And we could be breaking that volatility section there right now. Let me add in here, because we have a ton of volatility, I want to start adding some predictive indicators, all right? But first of all, we are at 15 minutes. Let's go to the 4 hour. All right, very important there. Oh, look at that. Going for that bullish flag, bouncing from, and I guess we're going to be having, look at this. Remember what just CryptoTrace mentioned? That if we bounce and we close above or below, depending we're bullish or bearish, on that trend assistant, the trend still going strong. Look at that beautiful trend assistance playing out there. All right. So let's also see if we have some support resistances. And we do, basically adding confluence to that support and resistance. All right. There is something that worries me at this point. All right. Which is a previous high. This is going to be the next zone here. And we are below the zero line here. Yes, I know we could be facing a fake out. All right. I know my guys gonna be saying we could be facing a fake out, and that's totally possible, right? That is totally possible. But let me give you a but there, all right? If we get a rejection in here, we are gonna be making maybe a head and shoulder lines, all right? Kind of like a very ugly head and shoulder lines. Nonetheless, remember those head and shoulder lines doesn't always give you head and shoulders, but they will always give you a neckline there, all right? So let's also draw it from the get-go right now to start kind of like a guessing where I could be having that, all right? Again, I am guessing this pattern because I don't have the rejection in here, and I could be looking at that rejection not happening, all right? Nonetheless, I do have a resistance right there, all right? Right at 0.422. Remember, the resistance, it is a zone, not a line, although we are used to seeing lines, all right? So do you have to change tuning to every token? DB Cooper, let me respond that, but also ask you a question right before that. Do you see me right now changing my tuning from, what was it, the Pyth to Woo? Let me know. Perfect. All right. That is important to note because I don't usually change it. All right. This is the half of the answer. I don't usually change it, but Pyth being very low volume, very high volatility, and low historical data, I did change my setting, right? When I mean a little bit more stable coins, all right? Not stable coins like Tether or anything like that, but a little bit with more historical data, more volume, more market capitalization, well then I might be using my baseline configuration, all right? Just so you remember, my baseline configuration, it is 43, all right? So at this point I have 45. It's not that much of a change, so let's just keep it at 43, all right? You'll see that despite this is gonna be changing, nothing actually changing here because it's so small at this point that only affected the low cap coins. Did that answer your question? Let me know. Anytime, brother. Anytime. But by the way, did I fully answer your question? If so, please let me know. If I didn't, I'll be very glad to go back and maybe explain a little bit more. Or if you have any other questions related to it, also feel free to ask it right now because we are on topic. All right, so if you have any other questions down the line, also let me know, DB Cooper. Oh, reading you, brother, reading you. I got it. Perfect. All right, perfect. So we're going to this section here. Did you guys enter on the base and then flip back up? If you did, send me a thumbs up. If you didn't, that's fine. Also send me a thumbs down. All right, just so I know you didn't. Or a thumbs up if you did. All right. So, perfect. Aaron, you did enter in that one. Nice, nice. Very nice. All right, I wasn't looking at that one. All right, so, Aaron, since you are in the trade, Remember, what should you be doing right now? There's two important things, all right? And this is not financial advice. This is only the strategy, the line of the narrative of the strategy that we've been following, all right? Just so we know. Oh, Kim Cool, you did not enter. Yes, I did not enter also. So let's see. Let's also, TP number 1, major pain. You're calling it, brother. Nice. Getting ready to pull out. Nice. Digital. Great. Love it. All right. So getting ready to pull out. Good. I mean, let me ask you a question. Again. I need to be very clear in here. Aaron, you should be doing what it feels the best for you. All right. So the best case scenario for you. If you're getting ready to pull out of the trade, right, and you believe that is the correct thing to do, please do it and ignore my next up analysis, all right? Because remember, that is your money and you should be looking after yourself, all right? After said that, I'm not gonna be adding a financial advice, but I'm gonna be providing my perspective in here, all right? This is only a thought. All right, let's take a look at if you enter here. Our long position, let's just call it somewhere around there, all right? You have your stop loss below your previous resistance, and then you add for that volatility week, maybe this kind of week, all right? So it seems like about right, all right? As Piper said, nobody gets broke taking profit. Exactly. There you go. Kudos, extra kudos for digital. Perfect. So right now, since I'm already closing on the green, step number 1 will be moving my stop to entry, all right? Again, not financial advice, but I'm doing everything that I can to avoid losing in the market, all right? So next up for me, and again, this is going to be for me, not financial advice, we'll be looking at the very first resistance. So yes, I'll be looking to take some early profits. For me, that would be somewhere around 50% out, all right? And then waiting to see either if I break or if I reverse. If I reverse here, all right, I'll be willing to take the next profits, maybe lower, all right, on the way down, closing my long. I know I will not be earning as much, but I'm granting me the chance to make another movement like this, all right? Let me do this exercise here. And by the way, Aaron, this is not to get you to doubt on your strategy, right? Again, if you feel you should be going out, like Piper says, and also like Digital is mentioning here, nobody goes broke taking profits. So if you want to take full profits, please do so, all right? But let me do this next thing. And this is why I personally like to risk it once I have taken 50% out, because if that reverses, I'm fine. I'm not losing anything and I went out with 50%. That is more money than I have at the beginning, all right? And then if that explodes, well, then I'll be in for the win, all right? So I got it right here. This is it. I'm going to be measuring from this one all the way. Let's just call it to this reversal, all right? So I'm going to be grabbing these candles in here, and I'm going to be thinking that I break this pattern, right? As you can see, going up, breaking through, going for the retest, all right? And then probably getting to the next support and resistance, all right? Let's figure out if that is between the rounds of possibilities, all right? Again, at this point, this is still a imaginary prediction because I don't have the data to back it up. Let's see if I have the data to back it up, all right? So reading you, all good, perfect, pennant. Oh yeah, exactly. It could be this, a pennant, exactly. Let's see if I'm going to be adding some predictive tools. So let me clear things up in here. And then first of all, I want to see prime predictive ranges, all right? So remember that these predictive ranges are not plotting from right now. They started plotting all the way down here. As you can see, going for that beautiful, as we break through that purple, we got to hit that or cross that blue line. Remember, that is the very first thing that we look for. And then we have a reversal right at the base on our triangular pattern and also that beautiful predictive golden line, all right? Then crossing that golden line, making that next high, and then going back to the golden line, all right? Let's see this little section here. So we broke through, we retraced, we tried to go back up, but we ended going down, all right? So if I break through, I'll be looking first at this dotted line, which is my swing entry point, all right? Or my swing rejection, previous high, all right? Also, I'll be hitting the predictive rangings in here, all right? Which is telling me that I have a resistance zone in there. Does that works with my current prediction that I could be reversing? All right. If it does, where would I be reversing? Well, remember that we also have a support in here. All right. So let me clear this line and this pretty ugly 50. All right. And then also remove the circles. All right. So now I'm looking at two zones, resistance, support, and then a confirmation as I either flip up or flip up, all right, somewhere around here for that movement upwards. I am like 3 or 4 steps ahead on the market. That is dangerous because the farther I get from the current price, just like in the weather, right? Our what is it? How accurate or our accuracy, all right, on the prediction will start shifting. So, Aaron, any questions, or also let me not question, because I know you got this, because you also, I mean, I can acknowledge that you are already an experienced trader and you have a hold of all the tools. But what do you think? Let me change that question right to, what do you think about my analysis? Give it a critic. That's what I'm looking for. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Once again, go after your analysis, right? I don't want to be influencing or bad. I don't want to be a bad influence on your analysis, all right? But just giving a different perspective there. Perfect. Love it. For the going down section, well then, we got it right here, and we're going to be looking at this next support zone, all right? So I will be adding an alert a little bit before here, all right? Add an alert. And also, I'm going to be adding an alert on this trend line in here, all right? So this is going to be, how could we call this line here? House line? I don't know, head and shoulders line, maybe? I mean, it's a head and shoulders line. I believe that's the way. Head and shoulders, top right line, all right? Because the bottom one will be the neckline. So I want to be prepared. I have my alert on this trend line, and also I have an alert right here before I hit this other trend line. Perfect. All right, perfect. Let's also see MSG, hammer, P. Well, let's take a look at that one, and then we go back to crypto, all right? Just to spice things up in here. So let's go take a look at PBLA. I suppose that it's against NASDAQ, right? Let me know. MSG, let me know, please, if that is the one that we could be looking at. Perfect. All right, let's add it. And then click this one and take a look at that. So, holy moly, look at that. Holy Jesus. So, what time frame you were looking at?
Biggest in options, so it's probably an order difference for sure.
But I believe that he does either 3 minutes or something. He refers back to the 3-minute charts. I believe so. But yeah, he is on options. Yeah, that is nuts. Good call there, brother. Let's see. Enter at 11:55 regular stock. But that our time frame is different. So 11:50 for regular stock, 2 days, 5-minute regular stocks. All right. So 5 minutes, you're looking at the 5-minute charts. Nice. Look at that. Beautiful. Seeing that same pattern of the pennant going up, going down. All right, let me start cleaning this up and making it simple. So look at that. What time zone? Oh, yeah. What time zone are you looking at? MSG. New York time, right? Regular trading hours, extended trading hours. I believe you were looking also, right? Eastern. Perfect. Oh, you're looking at Eastern time. I see. Let's take a look at that. NYC, New York City, Eastern, -5, right? Well, I can just kind of like give it, okay. But I believe, I don't know why, sometimes it's different. Let me see, Chicago, that's negative. Bogota, Lima, New York, here we go, we got it. All right, so you enter on 11:55. All right, so 11. 30, 11:40, 50. So you enter somewhere around here. Here we go. Nice. You enter right there. Beautiful. Great. And then exit at, what was it? Did you already exit? Yeah, very nice. Very, very nice. Let me see. I'm reading you guys. 12:22. 12:20. 12:20. Look at that. Beautiful. Nice. All right. So guys, just so you know, since he's doing options, this might be looking like a very small trade. But remember that he's not trading the price of the asset. He's trading the contract price of the asset. All right. So that is very, very volatile. Oh, no options, regular stocks, you said, right? I thought you were on options there. Yeah, ignore that last bit then. Oh, got it. Perfect. All right, let's see the size of it, just for fun. Oh, look at that. I mean, I wasn't that in 25%, 24%. That is crazy. Nice. Well done there, brother. Nicely done. All right. Oh, I didn't know. I'm a long time out of options. Yep. So let's take a look at what else we have in here. So it seems like we are going back down. All right. So at this point, what I want to see, and we have a blue dot there, which is a peak seeker. All right. So we're going all the way up here, going for that resistance there, going back down. I want to see maybe a rejection in here for a final movement here, and then to have a very, very compressed section here. Let's figure out what has happened with those clouds, right? I'm talking about the clouds in here. Let's start walking around those clouds, because with this huge movements, I think that is a very interesting way to look at the oscillator, all right? So look at how we start building on first some, we are technically above that zero line, all right? Which is giving us enough momentum, all right? To keep pushing upwards. Then we start building up a couple of those divergences, bearish divergences, all right? And what happens, that means that the price keeps moving up despite the volume, or the price keeps moving down despite the volume keeps moving up, all right? So, or the price keeps moving up despite the volume keeps moving down. In this case, since it is a bearish divergence, all right, we have a decreased momentum or volume while the price kept moving up, all right? So, since it's bearish divergence, the price kept moving up, all right? If we have a bullish divergence, the story, it's just sideways or backwards, all right? At this section, we have the same thing happening. But the important part in here, look at the size of that cloud, all right? Not the ribbon, but the green and the red cloud thickness, all right, all together. So at this point, we have a very thick cloud in here, and then we have a smaller thickness on that cloud, all right? So let's figure out what has happened once we broke out of that cloud. So let me add one of those vertical lines in here, all right? And then minimize this one. Let's see. All right, well then, it seems like, let's adjust it to the moment we broke. Here we go. It seems like we went for the final retesting here, and we made a huge movement to the upside, all right? Then retracement, going for that flip of the ribbon, at big support, and off we go, all right? We could be repeating the same zone here, but be careful, guys, because a difference from here, where we have enough space to grow upwards, here we just have tiny little space, all right? Which I believe we could be adding to make a new high, and then a possible reversal scenario, which that reversal scenario could be a head and shoulders, a double top, or a ranging redistribution zone from Wyckoff, all right? So be very careful, because the next one could be the V-shaped recovery, all right? So I got that one there. So MSG, let me know if you liked or if you have something else to add to this analysis, and also what are you looking for when you enter on the streets. All right, in the meantime, let's move into the next one. Let me look for it, and then I'll read you guys. We have the next petition to be, where is it? Is it too far up? Here we go. We had Byte, Woo, ICP, and STX. All right, guys, Supermicro also had a very nice movement there. So we could be just wrapping that one up. So let's do ICP, STX, Solana, and then AVAX. All right. So let's go for that. ICT, yeah, sure. ICT or ICP? Rigi, which one? ICP for TA. Perfect. Let's take a look at that one. ICP. And I believe we've been looking at that one. Perfect. Let's add it. And then from the 5 minute, let's go to the 4 hour. We're having a rejection. All right. Let's get started with the very beginning. At this point, let's also just for curiosity see what we were looking for. Nice. All right. So plan B worked like a charm. Again, wasn't right there, but it was right here. Just slightly different of what we were looking for. In fact, we went for plan A going up, and then from plan B next to it. So that was a double combo, guys. That was pretty cool. All right, let me clear this up in here, and then, yeah, nice. So let's go to this one. It's been growing like crazy. Let's take a look at daily because of this movement. I want to see a little bit more like a blow off top. Why? Because I want to start adding some predictive tools in here. Let me make this one small, and then I'm going to be adding my predictive ranges in here. Let me see if I can find them. Come on, predictive ranges. Oh, they're turned on? What? It may be a glitch? Yeah, maybe they're glitching. I'll have to reprogram them or re-add them. Oh, I see why. Look at that. It hasn't loaded. That's why. All right. Let's move into then 4 hours since we cannot have the predictive ranges there. All right. Seems like nothing here. Let me report that. Let me see. Market Dynamics Pro version 3.3. It seems like still wants to load. All right. So no predictive ranges. Okay, no problem. That's fine. Let's get started with our prime train assistance, all right? So we have a movement to the upside, all right? We have a little range in here. We have, yes, an absorption zone, a V-shaped recovery, all right? And the low no lower than the previous ranging zone. Guys, do you see what I'm seeing here? And let me do something here maybe to give you the heads up. Why come? Yeah, guys, so now, like, since we've been moving upwards, yes, I know, Rigi, I know. Exactly. So look at that. All right, let's remember at this point, I've done this in the past couple of times, one for mistake and the other one as an example, and they just fool myself, right? But let's call this one out before we get too involved in the analysis. Let me do this exercise, all right? Let me draw an A in here, all right? And then I'm gonna be doing a Alt A, all right? What happened to that A? It's backwards, right? That A is backwards. Let me add another A down here, all right? So if I invert it, you see what's happening there? The top chart gets inverted, but the oscillator doesn't, all right? And yes, Aaron, we're having that V-shaped recovery right here. Perfect, yeah. But what I wanted to show you is that one gets inverted and the other one doesn't, all right? Something just came to my mind, like how maybe I could drag it in here, maybe, I don't know. And let's do Alt A, I know, it doesn't. All right, so it didn't work. I could have sworn that would have worked, but it didn't. Oh yeah, I can invert the oscillator. Let me see. Just the oscillator, right? Alt I. No, but I need to do it. Let's see, right click on the right pen. I'm a little lost there. I'll look for it and then we'll invert it on the next one. Because I've never inverted oscillators before. Invert scale. I'll see. On the right, I see. There you go. Nice. All right. So let's see. And this one is also inverted, right? So yeah. So both of those are inverted. Mind bending, yes, absolutely. All right, but let's not go to that rabbit hole. I'm going to be using it on the next one because this is a first one for me, just so you know. All right. So let's not invert the oscillator. And then also remember this is inverted. So at this point, I'm going to be ignoring for a little bit the oscillator. All right. Just not to make it that complex at this point. All right. I only want to shout out, first of all, shout out Reggie, as always, the hammer, spreading the love, spreading the knowledge, sharing is caring. So thank you for that, brother. All right. Also looking at this ranging sound in here. And also I want to pair it for where is my, thank you, brother. Thank you. Send you a heart there. So also pairing where my train assistance is moving at this point. All right. So let me send another heart there. Beautiful. So we're going down on that train assistance. All right. Our dynamic reactor is all the way up there. We're going to be not calling at this point the Wyckoff theory or the Wyckoff pattern or the Wyckoff method by reading that or calling that range already a for sure thing. We still don't know. All right. We're going to be adding the same strategy or the same complex points that we've been looking before. All right. So first of all, remember that we go bounce from here, and then sometimes we have a double top, and then we break the straight line. Where is that bottom? It's going to be. All right. We don't know, but we can start predicting with something else. Like for example, I could be adding. Let's see what else I have. Here we go. Support and resistances. All right. So as I can see, I was right on that support. So am I in the vicinity of that resistance to support? Yes, I am. We can even configure a little bit more on this section. But what I like to do instead of just going for the classic support and resistance, since for some reason, the predicted ranges are not plotting, and now take that with the devs, I'm going to be adding one of my favorites, order blocks. All right. Let's see where those order blocks are pointing. All right. So first of all, same resistance zone as I was expecting in here. All right. All right. Sorry for that. Then, instead of that, since we already know that section, let's turn it off and maybe add our enable fair value gaps. All right. Look at where is that fair value. Right down here. All right. This fair value gap could be shifting. Nonetheless, it's already there. So I could be adequating this trend line to go somewhere of the vicinity of where I could see it bouncing up. All right. Does that make sense, guys? Let me know. Fair value gap, Kim, it's part of the smart money concept. Please Google it so we can kind of like move forward. But if by tomorrow you don't know much of it, we're going to be taking on that because right now it's, we already have gone over the time. Oh my God, I didn't realize that. So, all right. My charts are script down. It looks good. Perfect. All right. All right. So let's take a look at now something else in here. Oh, by the way, I'll drop a fair value gap information here for you to read. But since we were a little too late on the analysis, let me wrap it up. All right. And I give you the heads up on that. Anytime, brother. My pleasure. So we have the very first indication where we could be looking for that bounce, right? Again, this is not a for sure thing, but we're looking for the same patterns here. Or remember, UNIF, what happened with UNIF? We identified from the beginning that movement, all right? And remember what happened here. We went for that line, all right, with that double top breaking through and going down. So guys, we should be on a short, or at least I was on a short, basically hit already in my taking profit number one, and I'm about to get stopped out with gains, which is good. Why? Because, well, not stopped out, but going back into the reds, which I don't care at this point because I already have taken 50% out, all right? And I'm planning to re-enter somewhere around here for the next short. All right, does that make sense? Let me know. But I'm going ahead on me right now, all right? Just so you remember what we looked for on UNIF, all right? We're doing the same thing on ICP, all right? So let's use another tool now that we have the chance to use them, all right? So we already have to take a look at the fair value gaps, all right? So let's turn them off. We already have extracted the information from the fair value gaps. Therefore, we don't need it anymore, all right? Let's add something else, maybe liquidity zones, all right? Let's add those liquidity zones. And finally, we have something that is giving us, look at that beautiful possible bottom zone And also look at all the way up here where we have them. All right, so we need to be careful. I don't think that we're going to be reaching these ones anytime soon unless we break, first of all, and let me point this one up. All right. Oh, I got it, everything here. All right. First of all, until we break, here we go, our trend assistance. All right. If we start breaking our trend assistance, that means that we're going to be breaking order blocks. All right. We're going to be breaking, I got it here also, which are my order blocks. You can see it here, order blocks. All right. We're going to be breaking or taking those order blocks. All right. We are going to also be breaking what we just added, which are, let me see, here we go. Oh, no, where is it? Here we go. Which are our fair value gaps also, right? We're going to be breaking our fair value gaps, and we are going to be breaking our liquidity zones, all right? So we need to be careful with that. Then we can also be adding our volume profile just to see where those spikes are. So let me add it in here, wait for a little second, all right? And let's wait for that volume. Here we go. All right. So it seems like we have too few of a volume up here, all right? Up because we are inverted, remember that. So where is my big volume? Right here, where I see my, what is it, guys? Remind me, what is this? This is a fair value gap, right? This one and this one's perfect. There you go, Aaron. All right, where else? Look at where's my next volume here. Right at the edge. Oh, right at the edge of our previous boxes. All right. So guys, do you see how we're building up that confluence? All right. All right. Sometimes we might be missing one tool. All right. So that is a great opportunity. Start going and looking for the rest of the tools that sometimes we don't give it the time to look for. Right. Sí, señor. Woohoo. Yeah, finally, right? Finally, OC, since, I mean, first time you're looking at other stuff, just take out the dust out of those tools and show them. Love it. Love you guys. Love you guys. Yeah. So this is one of the things that I do on my, remember that we only have 1 hour, right? And kind of like going like what, over half an hour for one single analysis, that sometimes gets a little bit uninteresting, right? But yeah, I tried someone return it. Throw out the phone. Yes, please. Yes, please. All right, guys, is this a good enough of a picture of the future? Let me know, guys. Do you guys follow up on what I'm looking for and also the precautions that I'm going to be taking? Let me know. And one more question before we wrap it up. What am I missing, guys? Let me know, please. What am I missing? Exactly. Alerts. So I do banging chains. Perfect. All right. So let's prevent the same thing happening to us on Unify. All right. In adding some alerts in here, I'm going to be adding this one in here. All right. I'm also going to be adding another one on this trend line. All right. Let's add that one, alert on that trend line. And that's good enough. And finally, I'm going to be adding another one above somewhere. I'm going to be going somewhere around there, all right? So right here. Just to prevent that we could be bouncing from this zone, since we have also here, I believe, another fair value gap there, all right? So guys, let's wrap it up with IMX because we are right now going for that retest, guys, all right? So IMX ringed a couple of days ago, I believe was yesterday. Hopefully you guys enter on that short. Remember, I did not enter here until I have further confirmation on that one. Going for TP number 1, TP number 2, all right? And now I'm just holding it to see if I'm going to go for that retest or bounce, all right? Remember, I already have taken twice my target, all right? So right now, just so you know, I am at entry. I have nothing to lose there, all right? But since I could be bouncing from here, but I still have a ton, right down here. Look at it right down here. I still had a ton of path to go, all right? So this is right down here again. Something is telling me Be careful because this could be flipping. If it flips back up, that is fine because I already had taken profit twice, all right? And then as soon as I close inside, I'll be considering entering for a long until the next big support, which is this line here. All right. So, guys, beautiful IMX trade. Who suggested it? Because I want to shout you out, brother. Was that you? I am between. Let me see. Perfect. Oh, wasn't me. I thought it was you. No, I am between Major Pain and Aaron. I don't quite recall that. Let me know. And by the way, if I got it completely wrong, let me know when you note it. So, Aaron, you suggested IMX, right? It was a couple of classes ago. No, all right. Major Pain, did you? Or who suggested it? But not today, not today. It was, I got it here. Yeah, 2 classes ago, exactly. 2 classes ago. So it was you, Aaron. No. Oh, come on. All right. IMX, Scout Major. I see. EGLD, Matic, and Pith. All right. No ICP. Not ICP. I see. All right. Perfect. I'm going to go over the recording and also shout you because, I mean, you need to be shout out. And I didn't quite remember who asked for this trade. It was beautiful. All right. So, guys, let's go. Crypto trades. I know you've been a little bit quiet. I haven't stopped talking, so I want to share something before we wrap things up.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'll let you go, bro, because I know we're pushing time. But what I would say is, just looking at overall the volume on that coming up from the retest, I think it's huge, especially like with brand new members. Don't enter on signals, enter on retest. I mean, if you follow those rules, and you make it where it's really a rule where you enter a trade, you will definitely find success. Getting the emotions out of it, and that's definitely another one. Something that I've been playing with, it's actually volume. And just a tip for you guys if you might not know, but volume is not actually an indicator, like where it actually counts as an indicator in trading view. So that's something if you like looking at as well, and especially with us having that little volume signal there, and then you have that big spike, it's actually good. I kind of look at that as well. But overall, I mean, you killed it today on the analysis. Follow along with it, but every shoulders and everything that you've been doing. So it's really good, man.
Thank you so much, Crypto Trade, and so sorry for being so talkative. I mean, as you may know, before I was just dying. I was feeling so horrible. And like now, since I woke up like not feeling horrible, it kind of like it feels great, And I have that kind of like a new life feeling that I just need to, burst out of emotion and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, man. You don't have it. Don't have it.
Thank you, guys. So let's roll out here. Let me go to the standalone. Guys, as always, guys, thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for asking your questions. Remember that without you guys, this class, it wouldn't be what it is. That you guys are the most important of this class and, of course, of Chart Prime. We always start working hard for you guys. So keep it up, guys. We love to see your success stories. And as always, guys, thanks for watching and see you guys tomorrow.